I want to take one just real quick. And what I want to do is I want to say that I want to reiterate that we're not saying that buying a home is a bad decision. Like we said, there's 11 homes between the three of us. Okay. So clearly we think there's value in that. We're also not saying that you can't make money off of it, because clearly there are people who have made money off of it. I think the point that we do want to make is, and I think the reason I want to make it is because I wish I would have understood this sooner, is that if it's purely financial, and spoiler alert, it's almost never purely financial. I mean, all the things that you two just talked about, okay, are super important and not really financial. But if what we're talking about is purely financial, then here's an example. One person put in, and I don't think this was what this person was intending, but bought first home in 1972 for $42,000. And happily 6 homes later living in a $3 million home. Let's just say that was the same home, that it had appreciated from $42,000 to $3 million between 1972 and today. I don't think that was their intention, but that sounds amazing, right, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds amazing. It is amazing. And that's great. At the same time, just because I think this perspective is so important, I went back and I looked. If you had just invested $42,000 in the S&P 500 and reinvested the dividends every year starting on January 1st, 1972, and I kind of hate when people do these calculations because no one ever does things exactly like this. I get it. But $3 million home, if you made those investments, that'd be worth $10 million today. Well, one-time lump sum investment of $42,000 back in 1972. So I just think that it's really worth understanding, if it's just about the dollars and cents, how much more value is created in the stock market. The other part I'll throw out there is Robert Shiller. He's a professor from Yale. He's also won the Nobel, has shown that by and large, we have periods of time where it can be incredibly lucrative to buy and sell homes. It really can be. But over the long run, it pretty much just keeps pace with inflation. And when he explains why, it makes sense. They're degrading goods. I live in a 100-year-old house. It's definitely degrading. Every day it's degrading more and more and more. And so I totally feel Professor Shiller there. It's just something to keep in mind. But we're not saying that people can't make money off of it. We're not saying that it's a bad decision.